was late, way past my bedtime. I'm watching this one, and Dillon Brooks and the Jazz beat the #1 seed, Utah Jazz.
All I know is this, and I'm pretty sure Memphis Grizzlies fans will tell you this. Before the playoffs started, all season, that guy right there, Dillon Brooks, I've been giving him love for being one of my favorite irrational confidence guys, right? And also, when they were playing against the Golden State Warriors, you know what I had the nerve to do? Pick them to win.
Great job.
Pick them to win. And by the way, not only can Dillon Brooks lock down defensively, I like the toughness that he brings, okay? And now you pair him with Ja Morant, and you go against a Utah Jazz team without Donovan Mitchell. And what made the Jazz special this year? The 3-ball.
Yes.
That's what made them special this year, right?
Historically well.
They broke
was
the
not
NBA,
going in.
And it was not going in.
Not going in. They didn't have another plan.
Absolutely.
No Donovan Mitchell.
And by the way, Ja Morant closed the game well again. He did it against the Warriors. He also did it against the Jazz. And again, the Jazz will find a way, in my opinion, especially if Donovan Mitchell returns, to win this series. But this is just catapulting what I thought should happen with the Memphis Grizzlies. They didn't make it last year. So now it meant so much to them. Now you go on the road against the #1 seed and you take game 1. Shout to their head coach, Taylor Jenkins.
You know who,
done a terrific
who I
job
want to give a shout to? No one talks about Valanciunas. Valanciunas gets quiet 20 points. He gets a quiet 12 rebounds. Valanciunas deserves more flowers for what he's done, not just in this game, but all season long.
If you want to,
he's forgotten about.
Well, if you want to go deeper into the roster, Valanciunas been balling all year. I agree with you. And they won despite him being in foul trouble in the playoff game. But how about Kyle Anderson?
Yep.
What about slow motion? He's actually,
you see that fast break?
Exactly. He makes timely stops and blocks and steals, and he's a really intelligent player. So I'm just happy for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're riding this momentum. And by the way, you know when people say, like, do you want rest or rust? It really helped the Grizzlies that they got challenged in the play-in by the Warriors. Brilliant idea, by the way, by Adam Silver, because you saw that edge that they played with, and the Utah Jazz were a step slow.
Jalen, another surprising result was the first half in the Celtics-Nets series.
So much great action, baby.
It was such a good weekend. The first half, the Boston Celtics were on fire. Like they were in the first half, and then the second half, it was the big three. It was James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant. As we expected, all performing, scoring the vast majority of the Nets' points.
So can I be this dude? Can I really be this dude?
Which dude?
Okay, I'm gonna be the dude that tells you guys the Nets didn't look that great.
Okay.
I'm gonna be that dude because.
What are you doing? Don't do it. Whatever you're doing, keep your shirt on.
I just wish I wish I didn't have a shirt on. I wanted to show you my chest hairs. Okay. Here's the thing about the Nets. They were taking turns. That worries me, Jacoby.
It worries you?
Yeah, it worries me.
You know what? I love your Nets concern. I love it so much. You're going to change your pick. You said they would not come out of the Eastern Conference. Over the course of this next 5 weeks, you're going to change your pick. Because, yeah, they did take turns, but they had moments. They had moments of time, like 90-second spurts where they scored 12 points. And they looked unstoppable. And I think as they play together more, as we get deeper into the playoffs, that's going to happen more often. They're unstoppable. This is the team that's coming out of the Eastern Conference.
So I know how to, distinguish the forest from the trees, right? I know greatness when I see it. As a fellow lefty, James Harden, I love him so much, what he does for us. Like, to see a lefty out there balling the way he balls, I see Kevin Durant. I know for me, he's like a modern-day version, a taller version of George Gervin. I know Kyrie Irving is a wizard with the basketball, but you know they only scored 104 points, right? Okay, not 140, 104.
They will. You're going to change your pick.